Hey, greetings friends, I'm Glenn Thomas, and tonight we're talking simple EQ moves for a better mix. If you're new to the channel, so glad that you're here. Hit that subscribe button and join our community. We would love to have you. We're talking everything from music, creativity, and beyond. And again, tonight we're talking simple EQ moves for a better mix. Let's dive in. All right, so inside Ableton now, and again, we're talking about how we make EQ moves that make our mix cleaner and better. So I just want to talk about my method that I always go to for how it is that I choose what types of EQ moves I'm making. This is the same song that we were working on before, and I'm just going to focus on this high pad here. So soloed out in the mix, it sounds like this. Cool. In the mix, it sounds like this. Great, so this pad, we've already done some EQ work, but mostly, like I was talking about in the previous video, you can see a link to that video up in the cards above. Mostly what I've done here is the high pass work. I applied a high pass filter just about every track in this mix here because it just helps to manage low end frequencies and give a more powerful bass response. But I just want to talk about, I'm hearing in this high pad a few things that I want to clean up a little bit more. And so let's take a look here. I'm doing mid-side EQing here, and I'll talk about that more in another video coming up. For now, I'll just say in the sides, I'm boosting the highs and I'm rolling off the lows. And in the mid, I am just rolling off some top end, and it looks like I'm doing a high pass with a resonance boost in the low end. But there are a few frequencies that I'm hearing that I want to clean up. So how do I go about deciding what I'm going to do? And the first tip that I'm going to give you is one, don't EQ in solo. So many times, and I fall prey to this too, so many times you'll play a track back and you'll start making moves with your EQ soloed out, and you think, oh yeah, that sounds great, and then you put it in the mix and it's not great. It's not great. So the first tip I have for you is don't EQ in solo. Unsolo that, EQ in the mix. Second tip I have for you is what I call boost and sweep. And what I like to do is have a fairly fine Q bell curve here, and I like to just boost it to the max, plus 15 dB, and I like to sweep through, listening in the mix for what frequencies don't fit. Obviously, this will be exaggerated because we're boosting 15 dB, but it'll give you a good sense of those frequencies that stand out as displeasing to your ears. So let's do that real quick. Yeah, right there. That's one. So right at about 540. Okay, cool. So that gives me an idea for this track. What I was hearing that I wasn't liking was right about at 540. That's what I didn't like. So now that I've found it, we're just going to duck it out a little bit. So at first, we'll bring it back down to 0. We'll play it. Then we will exaggeratedly take it out, and we'll bring it back till it fits where we want it. Yeah, which I think is right about there. Taking 5 dB out, fairly narrow. And my rule of thumb is always cut frequencies before you boost them. Yes, even in this example, I'm boosting frequencies on the sides. Again, this is mid-side, but always cut before you boost. It will make your mix cleaner. It will help your compressors react more naturally. So that's today's quick tip. Hopefully this was helpful in showing you how I go about finding which frequencies to take out of my mix and which ones to leave in. If it was, I would love for you to hit that thumbs up button. And again, if you haven't already, love for you to subscribe. We're talking things like this all the time, and it is a lot of fun to have you along for the ride. So with that, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.